Good evening. I'm Valerie Giovagnoni, Chair of the Board of Directors for the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for being here with us this evening as we recognize our outstanding teachers. Before we begin the program, I would like to express our appreciation to the staff of the Community Media Center for all they have done to make this virtual event possible. They have worked tirelessly, especially over the last several weeks, to plan and produce this program to honor our teachers. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and Carroll County Public Schools, thank you to everyone at the CMC for giving your time and talents to bring this ceremony for our teachers and our community. At this time, I would like to introduce my co-host for the evening, Ms. Cindy McCabe.
Good evening and welcome to our Celebration of Excellence in Teaching. I'm Cindy McCabe, Chief of Schools for Carroll County Public Schools. I am pleased to welcome you to the 33rd Annual Outstanding Teacher Awards. The school system would like to acknowledge and thank the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce for their support and for their partnership with this great event. We've been working with the Chamber and its members for over 25 years to annually recognize the excellent teachers we have in Carroll County. And now, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Stephen Lockard.
Thank you, Cindy. Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here this evening to recognize our outstanding teachers. This year, we had 868 teacher nominations, with 617 of those teachers participating in the program. I'd like to personally congratulate all of our nominees. Your work relentlessly every day to educate the students in your classes has been incredible. And this has never been more true than in the last 2 years. You've been creative, innovative, determined, and passionate in your efforts to help your students achieve success, not just in the classroom, but in their everyday lives. We know that no one can do it alone. And we know your family members also make so many sacrifices that allow you to do the incredible work that you do for our students. So for their many sacrifices, we say thank you to your family members for their continued understanding and patience and support of your efforts in educating our students. Congratulations again to all our deserving outstanding teacher nominees.
The Outstanding Teacher Awards program could not occur without the help of our very generous sponsors. We would like to recognize our premier sponsors, BGE, Penguin Random House, and Tevis Energy. Our corporate sponsors are Carroll Community College, Carroll Occupational Health, and First Financial Federal Credit Union. Our business sponsors are Max Realty and Terry's Tag and Title. We would like to also thank the following Carroll County Public Schools PTAs and PTOs for their contributions: Carrolltown Elementary School, Cranberry Station Elementary School, Century High School, East Middle School, Freedom Elementary School, Friendship Valley Elementary School, Liberty High School, Linton Springs Elementary School, Piney Ridge Elementary School, Sykesville Middle School, and Winfield Elementary School. At this time, I would like to share a few words from our current Carroll County Teacher of the Year, Dawn Dill from Century High School, who unfortunately is unable to be with us this evening. Dawn would like to congratulate each of you on your nomination as an outstanding teacher. It is a privilege to teach in one of the greatest counties in the state. Our students are thoughtful and earnest. Our parents are caring and involved, and our teachers are collaborative and perseverant. Dawn is sure that many of you will agree that these past few years have been incredibly challenging, but you have managed to find your way through it all and still be making differences in students' lives. Dawn was reminded just a few days ago that as teachers, you are making impacts you might not even be aware of. Students pay attention to you, and your love for them matters to them in many ways we might not realize. Even when you feel like you might not be, you are changing lives, and that is what makes this job all the more rewarding. Dawn wants you to know that it has been a true honor for her to represent the amazing teachers of Carroll County Public Schools this past year, and she is very excited for this year's Teacher of the Year to have the opportunity to continue to spread the word about how amazing our school system is. And now, I will turn things over to Val Giovagnoni, Chair of the Board of the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce, who will present the Carroll County Chamber Scholarships.
Each year, the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce awards 3 scholarships to Carroll County Public Schools teachers for continuing education. It was very rewarding to get a glimpse of what these professionals are working on in their classrooms and in their schools. Our first scholarship recipient is Ivy Algier, K-5 Humanities, STEM teacher, Friendship Valley and Westminster Elementary Schools. Ivy is in her 32nd year as a teacher with Carroll County Public Schools. She works with gifted and advanced learners in the areas of language arts and mathematics. Ivy plans to use this award to take an online computer coding course to enhance her instruction with grade 5 math advanced academic students. Her students have many ideas and questions that she can't address with her current level of understanding. By increasing her own understanding of coding, she will be able to better teach her students. Our next recipient is Devin Rothschild, 7th and 8th grade life sciences teacher at Sykesville Middle. Devin is currently teaching science at Sykesville Middle School to grades 7 and 8. She is also the science department chair and the Student Voices Club leader. Devin realizes that now, more than ever, students are experiencing trauma on a level never seen before. Students who enter our classrooms with active trauma are incapable of synthesizing new information. They are also incapable of behaving in ways that are expected while in our schools. In short, they are incapable of learning, and it's more difficult for educators to reach the students unless they are able to de-escalate and engage them. Devin will use this scholarship to help her become a trauma-informed children's yoga teacher. During the pandemic, she earned her 200-hour yoga teacher training and continued on to earn a certification in trauma-informed yoga. She has already been able to bring these skills into her classroom to benefit her students. This certification has the ability to directly impact each of her students and to increase their chances of success, both academically and socially. Our next recipient is Elena Peak, Advanced Academics Teacher, Sykesville and Oklahoma Road Middle Schools and Liberty and Century High Schools. Despite this being Elena's 31st year of teaching, this self-proclaimed old dog was inspired to learn some new tricks. The COVID-19 pandemic changed the face of education as we know it, and we were catapulted into the digital age. Elena was able to connect students from all 8 middle schools in a virtual classroom as they laughed and learned together in an after-school virtual book club. Students developed relationships and had access to interactions regardless of their family's ability to transport them from Tawnytown to Sykesville. And a new perspective strengthened their understanding and made them feel less isolated during the long period of isolation. Elena is a little more than halfway through a master's degree program in educational technology with a focus on digital learning and teaching. Along with a colleague, she submitted a proposal to create a virtual after-school program which will focus on developing the social and emotional capacity of gifted students who often feel isolated and suffer without similar peers in their individual classes. In the future, Elena envisions virtual classes for middle school students who are ready to take high school math courses, for example, or other connections between schools so students can reach their highest potential. The coursework in which she engaged will help make those visions a reality.
Congratulations to our scholarship recipients and best wishes as you continue your education. We have a lot to be proud of here in Carroll County. I would like to take a moment now to talk about the Outstanding Teacher Program. As Dr. Lockard mentioned earlier, This year, we had 868 teachers in the Carroll County Public School System nominated as an outstanding teacher. Every nominated teacher was notified of their nomination and given the opportunity to participate in the competition to be considered for one of the 8 finalist awards. 617 teachers chose to participate in the program, and a panel of judges from the Chamber of Commerce and from the education community had the difficult task of selecting 8 finalists from this amazing group of teachers. These 8 outstanding teachers will vie for the title of 2022 Carroll County Teacher of the Year and eventually the Maryland Teacher of the Year. The Carroll County Teacher of the Year will be announced at the May 11th Board of Education meeting. And now it is time to announce the 8 recipients of the 2022 Carroll County Chamber of Commerce Outstanding Teacher Award. We are pleased to have representatives from our premier sponsors here to announce the awards in no particular order. At this time, I would like to introduce Erin Danello from Penguin Random House to begin announcing our finalists.
Thank you, Cindy. Penguin Random House has a long history with the Outstanding Teacher Awards, and we're proud to join the Chamber as we honor tonight's finalists. Our first finalist with us this evening is Michael Stencil, Media Specialist at East Middle School. Michael has taught for 22 years in Carroll County, and his principal is Jamie Carver. Michael teaches students to love books, as well as digital citizenship and literacy, and believes that direct instructions for students in technology is a necessity. Next, we have Erica McAndrew, a first grade teacher at Spring Garden Elementary School. Erica has taught for 27 years in Carroll County, and her principal is Wendy Leischer. She believes that every child can learn regardless of their ability or background, and sees her students come alive with excitement and a zest for learning when they are working on STEM activities. Our next finalist is Jennifer Borsick, a U.S. history teacher at Northwest Middle School. Jennifer has taught for 8 years in Carroll County, and her principal is Scott Lavender. Jennifer recognizes the value of a non-biased viewpoint in the classroom and believes that history should be viewed through multiple perspectives so that students can become better informed citizens. Another one of our sponsors for tonight's program is BGE. Here to present our next finalist is Marche Taylor Templeton.
Thank you, Erin. At BGE, we are committed to supporting our community, and we are honored to be in the company of these outstanding teachers tonight. Our first finalist is Amy Glasscock, a 5th grade teacher at Winfield Elementary School, has taught for 5 years in Carroll County, and her principal is Katie Perper. She believes in the importance of teamwork, organization, community outreach within the building, as well as making history come alive for students so they can better comprehend the content being taught. Next, we have Lauren Latané Ballas, an art teacher at Liberty High School. Lauren has taught for 16 years in Carroll County, and her principal is Kenneth Gons. She believes that all students can create art, and her goal is to always make sure that every student who enters her classroom is realizing that they can be creative and innovative. Tevis Energy has joined us as a sponsor once again this year. Here to introduce you to the rest of our finalists is Beth Tevis.
Thank you, Marche. Our teachers are among the greatest resources we have. Tevis Energy is pleased to honor them tonight for all of their hard work and dedication. Our next finalist is Mara Reinartz. She's a 5th grade teacher at William Winchester Elementary. Mara has taught for 18 years in Carroll County, and her principal is Aaron Sikorsky. Mara takes the time to get to know her students and their families, their interests, their personalities. All this allows her to get to know them as learners as well. Our next finalist is Ashley Sivik, a social studies teacher at Shiloh Middle School. Ashley has taught for 12 years in Carroll County, and her principal is Dave Watkins. Her goal is to create lessons and projects, for example, a medieval fair, lessons that will engage students who may not excel in paper and pencil tests, students that have a hard time expressing their knowledge in traditional ways. Next, we have Tamba Giles, a music teacher at Sandy Mount Elementary School. Tamba has taught for 11 years in Carroll County, and his principal is Shakira Murphy. Tamba uses music as a global passport for students to have a greater awareness of the world around them and to make connections and comparisons to traditions or customs that are different from their own.
On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and the Carroll County Public School System, teachers, we salute you and challenge you to continue to build the leaders of tomorrow. Thanks again to all of our sponsors and to our school parent-teacher organizations for making these awards possible. And once again, here is Val with closing remarks.
This Outstanding Teacher Awards event demonstrates the long, close working relationship of the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce and the Carroll County Public School System and the Carroll Education Association. This kind of partnership exists in other jurisdictions in Maryland, but it is especially strong in Carroll County, and we are very proud of that. By honoring excellence in teaching every year, the Chamber feels it is contributing to the strength of the educational system in Carroll County. As many of you know, Dr. Lockard will be leaving us on June 30th after 4 years as Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Lockard, we would like to thank you for all you have done for our school system. You have led us through some of the most difficult years we have ever experienced due to the pandemic. During your time in office, you have been known for your dedication to our students, employees, and families. We wish you well as you begin the next chapter in your life. Please know that you will be missed. Before we go, we would like to thank all of the volunteers from the business and education communities whose work makes this event possible. We also thank the students, parents, and educators who participate in the process of nominating Carroll County's outstanding teachers and then honoring these teachers with their presence at this ceremony. And finally, congratulations to all the nominees and award recipients. Thank you for joining us this evening and for your continued support of our Outstanding Teacher Awards.